Hello guys, and welcome back to the channel. So now guys, the situation in Nigeria is fast approaching its critical mass. Something has to give. As guys, I bring you this. Nigerian governors disagree over cattle herders bearing arms. So a lot of you may recall I did want to do a video on this, but I never got around to doing it. But the governor of Bauchi state, just to give you a brief summary of the background, the governor of Bauchi state, Bala Mohammed, and by the way, this guy is notorious because there was a time a couple of years ago that this guy went on Channels television and said that the Fulani people are global people and they don't really need any permission to enter Nigeria or really any country within the West African sub-region. So he has already formed, but now he comes out again. He, of course, is the person that said that the Fulanis have the right to bear arms and to carry AK-47 for reasons of protecting their cattle. So somebody now counters as again, Nigerian governors disagree over cattle herders bearing arms. So now let's now see what the back and forth is all about. Governor of Benue State, Samuel Otom, has disagreed with his Bauchi state counterpart Bala Mohammed over cattle herders arming themselves with AK-47 rifles. Mr. Mohammed, who spoke during the press week celebration of the Correspondence Chapel of the Nigeria Union of Journalists NUJ on Thursday, said the herders carry firearms for self-defense. The governor said the herders carry firearms to protect themselves against cattle rustlers because the Fulani man is practicing the tradition of pastoralism. He has been exposed to the vagaries of the forest. Cattle rustlers who carry guns kill him and take away his commonwealth, which is the cows, Mohammed said. Mohammed decried attempts to expel the Fulani cattle herder from parts of Nigeria for their alleged involvement in kidnapping and clashes with farmers. We have so many thief people farming in Al-Kalari, in Tafawa Balewa, farming in Bogoro local government area. Has anybody told them to go? We have not, because it is their own inalienable right to be there. We have Yoruba people in Bauchi for over 150 years, even before the birth of Nigeria. Some of them have risen to become permanent secretaries in Bauchi, in Gombe, and in Borno. You can see what our colleagues in the southwest and others from the south are doing. If cybercrime is practiced by one tribe, you don't criminalize all members of that tribe that they are criminals. Otom fires back. However, Mr. Otom has questioned the legality of Mohammed's position on the herders carrying firearms. According to a statement on Friday by his spokesman, Tava Akase, Mr. Otom wondered which section of the law the Bauchi state governor relied on to support his position that herders are free to move around the country with sophisticated weapons. He recalls that it was the same Governor Mohammed who once said on national television that a Fulani man is a global citizen and therefore does not need a visa to come to Nigeria and that the forest belongs to the herdsmen. Governor Otom wondered if his friend and colleague in Bauchi State knows a thing or two about the horrendous activities of the herders in parts of the country to warrant the emotional defense and justification that he has repeatedly put forward in their favor. The governor finds it unfortunate that those who are trusted with the people's mandate and should ordinarily uphold truth and justice have chosen to mislead the country. He said statements like Mr. Mohammed's are capable of leading the country to anarchy. Nigerian Firearms Act of 1990 provides that no person shall have in his possession or under his control any firearm or ammunition except such a person has a license from the president or from the Inspector General of Police. The proliferation of light arms across Nigeria has also led to its worsening security crisis and more crimes, experts have argued. So experts have argued that the proliferation of firearms has led to more crimes. So I don't really think you need an expert to arrive at that conclusion. So I'm not quite sure what expertise is being displayed there. But that as an aside, this Governor Otom actually went on to mention what I had said in my opening monologue, that this character, this Governor Mohammed, he had said, and these are his words now, he recalls that it was the same Governor Mohammed who once said on national television that a Fulani man is a global citizen and therefore does not need a visa to come to Nigeria. So this is exactly where the problem is. It is that open border system that they have in the north. So if you think that this guy now is a governor of a state, I'm not quite sure if his state borders another country. I have to check that. But let's just, for the purposes of argument, say that his state does come on the borders of another country where you have Fulani people there. If that is his position and that is his understanding of the lay of the structure, then obviously then it is an open season then for those people to come into Nigeria. And once they've come in via Bauchi state, it's just a straight trek down to the south to continue to wreak all these havocs that they are wreaking. So he is saying that the Fulani man has the right to carry an AK-47 because of the perils of his job and to defend himself from rustlers. So if we take that argument, then if that is the case and that is the logic for the Fulanis, that cannot then be the logic for the Fulanis alone, because the Fulanis are not a special breed. So if the Fulani man has the right to carry an AK-47 to defend his cattle and his life, then the farmer in Ondo, in Onitsha, in Bauchi, maybe not in Bauchi because they are one and the same, they are, aren't they? But the farmers certainly in all of the southwestern and southeastern, indeed all of the southern regions, the farmers in all of the southern regions have that equal right, by that same logic that this guy is presenting, to have an AK-47 about them to protect their livelihood and their lives, because this is the logic now that is being presented by the Fulanis, that they are carrying AK-47 to protect their lives and their livelihood. And we of course know that the lives and livelihood of all the farmers in the southern regions are at risk. So that same logic then permits then the southern farmer to carry an AK-47. There's absolutely no equivocation in that. There's not even an argument to be had. So if you are saying you have the right to carry weapons, you can't then say that the person that you are weighing against do not have an equal right to carry weapons. It's just plain logic. So let's arm everybody, and then at least it's the luck of the draw. Then is whoever fires first, isn't it? Because that is the place that we're headed to in Nigeria, if we have not arrived at that destination already. Conversations in the comment section. The Fulani man is a global citizen and he has the right to brandish an AK-47 to intimidate anybody that he likes or that he comes across. This is the logic from the hierarchy, from their leaders now, because of course the Bauchi guy is one of their leaders. So this is the logic from their leaders. But what is the logic from the south? Do we have an equal measure to carry our arms as well, is the question. And if we do, why are we not already, is the other question. Because if the Nigerian constitution, as has now been detailed to us now, prohibits even owning, never mind carrying, they call it open carry in the United States. When you openly carry and brandish a weapon. They call it open carry. So to open carry in such a manner as the Fulanis, I mean, we've seen countless photographs of these people anyway, even with government officials sitting in the middle of them. Who is that guy, some sheikh, whatever, that just went to the middle of them to say that he has gone to sample their opinion to find out exactly what they want. And that guy was surrounded with heavily weaponized, so fierce looking Fulani type people. So we've also seen them, by the way, in market squares in their region, openly brandishing weapon as they go about buying tomatoes and chicken and whatnot, just on a casual stroll to the shop, brandishing an AK-47. So that is the culture there. But then that culture now is now impinging on our own way of life, and that now has brought now to that point where we have to give consideration to arming ourselves, because if you are armed or not, these people are coming for you and they are going to take you down. I think that is already established, so you might as well give yourself a fighting chance. Then is where now we're headed to within the southern space. Come share thoughts about all this with me in the comment section. But before you come into the comment section to engage, click on the red subscribe button so it turns gray. Bell button notifies you every time I drop a new video. Click on like as well, because that helps with the YouTube algorithm. Once you've done all the clickings, the Fulanis are saying that they have an inalienable right to bear arms, but does that right extend to the south? So I'll leave you here. Carry this conversation on with you in the comment section, but here I say peace.